What's good, people? This is the Otis Jones show where I get to get random topics picked by AI and I get to get drunk and chat shit about them. Need to get some more guests in, but schedules keep not aligning, bruv. Comedians are just busy, innit? We're busy people, bruv. But it is what it is. We're gonna get topics up and we're gonna re-off. AI workers very wary of using AI at work. Only 13% discussing with their bosses, 33% avoiding it altogether. These man are scared they're gonna get fired, boy. Here's the thing, man. I like how ChatGPT is trying to catch me out, trying to see if I'm gonna bash AI, even though my whole show's based on it. You know better, B. Love you. You got me in these nice lighting. You got me with red wine, trying to get me to tell you how I really feel. I've been sipping red wine for a long time today. I reckon my face is red. My eyes are red. You see what I've done, yeah? I got into recruitment and then I got into comedy. Either way, the AI is gonna get to the point where it replaces everyone and then we'll figure out what I want. But I've got into professions where the service that I sell is vibes. That's the last thing that's gonna be taken. So far, AI has only helped my job. And don't get me wrong, maybe AI will eventually come up with the vibes that I have. But it's gonna take a while because I come up with some wild shit randomly, bruv. At my gig in Newcastle the other day, there was this black Scottish guy and I asked him how he says the N-word. I think it's gonna be a while until AI does that. My point is, everyone just become the wildest humans you can become, and then it's gonna be a while until AI figures it out. So apparently there's a panther man in Liverpool that's like in a full cat suit that will just jump out and meow at you in like graveyards and things like that. Free my guy, bro. Got arrested apparently. Free my guy, bro. Look, here's the thing. He's doing no harm and he's not even roaring. He's meowing. He's a polite creep. I don't mind polite creeps, bro. If all creeps could be polite, the world's a better place. Here's a story. I don't know if I'll be able to say this, but maybe fuck it, who cares? One of my brethren is out on the dating scene. He's on all the different apps. He's doing his thing. Had a great date with a gal. All of a sudden, they go back to his. She does the check around, you know what I mean? Like, she does the check around whether there's like any like knives on the wall or just some weird creepy shit. Everything's cool. Obviously, it's my brethren. Like, he's got a nice place. She's like, cool, check, cool. She's doing the whole, hey, I don't do this on a first date. Like, I'm not gonna fuck you. I'm not doing that. Anyway, long story short, she lied because they're doing their thing. Apparently he goes, yo, do you like to get choked? And she goes, yeah. So he goes choke. And then as it's happening, she goes, since we're taking requests, she says, let me eat cake off your chest. Which is fine. Everyone's got their own fetish. That's all good. But he's just like, oh, well, I don't have any cake. She pulls a warm cake out her bag, bro. I mean, I think it was just a slice, but still, like, she pulls out her bag. She's ready. She's talking about, I don't do this on the first night, but she got the cake there. Anyway, my boy's not on it. He says no, fuck that, get out. And then she's just like, no, and she's just like, no, it's not even that. And he's just like, no, get out before I call the police. I don't like that, bruv. I told my boy he's a dickhead. Cause here's my thing. I don't mind creeps if they're polite and consensual about it, bruv. If she just threw it on his chest without doing it and then went, that's different, bruv. I like polite creeps. Alright, so a 20-foot rat was no. Brother, there's no way. I must have hit 20 inch. It's 20 inches. Okay, I misread it. Bro, I was about to off myself. I said the world's over, bro. Alright, how long's 20 inches? Can you name some products that are 20 inches? My point is, it's still huge, but I thought it said 20 foot, so I'm not even worried anymore. I never had a problem with rats, bro. I think rats are good. I'm never the type that like unless they like come up to me because I know they're like got diseases and that. But like if they're just scattering across the street on the other side of the road, like it doesn't affect me at all. I'm like ah! Like I was in, like me and Toby were in Marseille and like that's funny. Marseille, yeah, fuck you, man. First of all, Marseille is one of the best cities I've ever been to. During the day, you can get on boats, you can like have amazing wine, you can like, there's beautiful women, you can do what you like. The day is perfect. At night, everything locks off, bro. There are rats up and down the street, just everywhere, blood. This is the second biggest city in France. We think it's gonna be live, bro. All the bars are speakeasies where you gotta like knock to get in. And then they give you the up and down look and they're like, oh, is he cool enough to get in our club? And then you eventually get in and there's like 2 people there. If you want a romantic time with your gal, Marseille is perfect. It's beautiful, it's sunny, it's hot, it's lovely. If you're there with your brethrens, don't do it. A few years back, Brighton got into the Europa League. First time Brighton have ever been in Europe. I said, fuck it. We don't know whether we're gonna be here again. Whatever the first away game is, I'm going. And I was worried because the Europa League, you can end up in some places, blood. Even Champions League, but Europa League, you can end up in some places. And I was scared. Then the draw happened. We got in a group with Ajax, so Amsterdam, Athens, and Marseille. I said, either 3 of them, like, I'm there, blood. That's lit. And they're all like big European teams. I was like, this is so sick. Anyway, the first away game ended up being Marseille. I said lit. It was like late September, October, so it started to get cold here, but it's still hot there. I was like lit. Anyway, you only know like 2 weeks in advance. So like everyone, all the Brighton fans would obviously fly from Gatwick because it's the closest airport. So the flights from Gatwick were peak. But obviously I live in Bristol now. Flights return from Bristol Airport were £33. Toby's not into football at all, let alone Brighton. I said, Toby, listen, you don't have to go to the game, but it's a £33 return ticket to Marseille. And me and you together, we can book a fresh apartment. It'll be lit. And it was one of the best games of football I've ever seen in my life. All the Brighton fans went to this like big venue after, and then they had to end up like shutting down, like locking us in because the Marseille fans were wilding out. The thing is, like, a couple Brighton fans got beat up, but the Marseille fans were mainly like throwing flames at the police like the French do. The funny thing was, like, once like they opened the bar doors again, I was ready to go back to the flat where Toby was. And then all the Brighton fans around me were just like, no, you're with us, we're family, like, don't go home by yourself because you will get stabbed. And I was like, big man, no offense, but out here I look way more like I'm from Marseille than I look like I'm from Brighton. I'll be good on the way home. I walked home. I didn't even walk straight home. I got a kebab. I had no fear, blood. I said I was loud in my English accent ordering a kebab, and they didn't even care. They're like, oh, he's got a good English accent, but he still must be from here. Anyway, shout out to all my Marseille defensive midfielders. Everyone out there, always respect your mum and love her and treat her nice.